Hey YouTube, it's Katisha Nielsen, and yes, I swear I've said this like 100 times, like I'm back, and then life happens, and then I'm back. But I wanted to talk today and kind of introduce myself and tell you my goals and the purpose for having a YouTube channel. It's a new year, and I know people make resolutions, and New Year's is a great time because you can feel refreshed and start over or continue with some goals or things. I started doing YouTube videos, oh gosh, like a couple years ago, just kind of here and there, and my focus was on grocery hauls. And I love doing them because everybody eats and I shop every week for groceries. But I really wanted to reintroduce my channel and also some ideas that I have for my series and just my YouTube channel in general. So for those who don't know, I am a registered dietitian and a nutritionist, and I live here in Chicago, Illinois. But I want to focus, my goal always has been on like well-being and health and just not depriving yourself and just trying to really figure out a way that you can be the best you. I love to talk with people. I love to listen to people. So I wanted to start a series called Talk a Tuesday, where I talk about things that are either going on in my life or things that are just in general that everybody, experiences. So this will be my first Talk a Tuesday. Tobias is in his playpen because I know he was screaming on my other attempts to make this video. So I want to make it short and sweet. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you want, go ahead and subscribe if something like wellness or well-being or nutrition that you're interested in. And I always appreciate the likes or the comments, and I try my best to comment back. So today's talk about it Tuesday is just an idea of things that I do to ground myself. What I mean by that is that I realized when I hit 30 that I have higher stress levels, and don't get me wrong, I have 5 kids. That is I love being a parent, don't get me wrong too, but it's a lot of work, and sometimes I want things to go as planned, and I know that they don't. So I want to talk about some things that I do for myself that might work for others, just to share, that help me with being grounded and getting over anxiety, which is just worrying about the future, even though some people do have natural like anxiousness. So I'm going to share 5 things that I do, and I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you are interested in things like this, please continue watching. So tip number 1 that I do personally is I meditate. Meditation is something I discovered about 6 months ago, maybe a little longer. I just felt like I was exhausted, that every day I woke up and things were not happy, or I was like, the kids, like they're going to scream, they're going to yell. So I really started looking up things about meditation. And I always looked at meditation as where you have to quiet your mind and block everything else off, which is completely opposite of what meditation is. It is basically where you let things in your mind, but you also are able to process them out, take time of quietness or take time of peacefulness to yourself, where you really start connecting with the earth around you, with yourself. You start having self-realization, and I found that it really works for me. So I found a really cool app that I like called Insight Timer. I'm sure there's other apps out there. I love this one just because you can do meditations from 1 minute all the way up to an hour or longer. And I started with 5 minutes. 10 minutes I tried, and it was just too much for my mind. So 5 minutes, and I wake up every morning, and before I get out of bed, I meditate for 5 minutes. And I usually listen to ones about like motivation, or starting your day great, or just listening to some music that is peaceful and calming. It really makes a difference in my day. So that's tip number 1, is to meditate. I don't do it for the religious reasons. I do it for more the grounding spiritualness of it. Tip number 2, which sounds like everybody says, oh, drink water. But it really is important to stay hydrated. I notice that when I'm not getting adequate hydration, it doesn't happen that day, but a couple days later, I feel tired, I feel irritable, and it's your body telling you you need to hydrate. So I will do lemon water, or if you can't have acidity or that acid stuff, I'll just do plain water, or I'll do teas that are herbal teas or caffeine free, so that I still am getting fluid in my body. And it varies per person how much you need, but that is tip number 2. Stay hydrated. I feel so much better, and my skin is more flush, and I feel great. Tip number 3 would be to take 5 minutes to yourself every day, and it could be more if you have more time. I just know for me, with having 5 kids and a large family and just a lot of work and just day-to-day basic things, you have to take 5 minutes, even if it's when you go to the bathroom. Everybody goes to the bathroom. So take 5 minutes where you do something that you enjoy. So your work might be enjoyable. I'm just speaking more of like either reading a book, watching a YouTube video, going for a walk, doing something that you truly enjoy, that, you know, you can work up from 5 minutes, but 5 minutes is most probable. Tobias is going to cry, so I'm going to go through number 4 and 5 quickly. But number 4 would be to stay active. I do yoga most days of the week. I try to do it with the kids too. And that's just basic. You don't have to be flexible. You don't have to be super fit. It's something where you have slow movements. It's easy on the joints if you do it correctly. And you can do as short or as long as you would like. And it kind of brings you back to peace. But there's lots of YouTube tutorials. There's lots of Pinterest. There's lots of websites. Yoga Journal too, where you can learn about doing yoga. And number 5 that I do every day now is write down what I'm grateful for. It could be 3 things, sometimes just 1. But that's important, to write down what you are happy or grateful for or look forward to every day. That will really help you to stay focused. If you're not a writer, put it on a piece of sticky note. Write it on your fridge. Write it on your mirror in your bathroom. So I'm going to finish up because Tobias is getting crazy and fussy. But those are my 5 tips to stay grounded, or things that I do to keep myself well. So if you have any comments, please comment below. And again, I appreciate your time and your kind words and your likes. So thank you again. It's Katisha Nielsen, and have a blessed day.